What's up, everyone? That was the Flame Fanatic. As you can see, it's probably like honestly, that was fun. What he did, what I just did to the giant, I actually felt sorry for it. Like it was just taking massive damage. It was just being staggered and like had no idea what was going on. Now, this is not my most powerful build yet, but like that combination can stagger or will kill most enemies before it even staggers them, except for bosses, of course. But I haven't tried it against bosses yet. However, again, I'm gonna post a few of these builds. This is the second one. We had the Molten or Magma Monster, whichever you want to call it. I'm not sure which one to call it myself yet. And now it's the Flame Fanatic. We're going to have two more builds, and we're going to get to vote, guys. If you're keeping up with this, make sure you vote, because I'm taking this game seriously. I enjoy this game a lot. I enjoyed it even more than Dying Light 2. I love Dying Light 2, but I enjoyed this one more because of the level of depth it has. Anyways, I got this armor here just because of the theme. I like it. Some of the fire casters in this game are wearing something similar to this, like all white and stuff. So this one is maxed out. This one is maxed out. These are actually really nice. I love this weapon, by the way. You're just maximizing damage here. Incantations by 8% here. This is by 4%, and this is by, I believe, 12%. But it lowers damage negation. So you have this to, you know, to negate that. To negate this one. What else? This one is just really nice to be able to, get all your buffs and possibly even one spell off, one of your like offensive spells off, like Flame of the Fell God, without using any mana at the very beginning, or maybe into like phase transition, like phase 2 transition. When you transition into that, you can pop this and go all out on the next boss if you have a few seconds to do so. You usually do. But anyways, I mean, the only other thing I can see is you maybe replacing. Let's see what our options are. Let's discuss it. Or the wondrous physic. I mean, honestly, you do not. You do have a few options, but not too many. I mean, like, this one is always good. I've used it in my 10 Vigor challenge run. It saved my life for sure. These two are alright. This one is really good against the Elden Beast when he in phase 2. When he uses the Elden Stars on you. It'll pretty much heal you. This one is good against like Millennia and stuff like that. You don't need that. Like, you could use this one as well, the Crimson Burst Crystal Tier. That's not bad for your Fire Deadly Sin spell to help negate with that, even though you are already using Blessings of the Earth Tree, which, which should mean you should have no worries. I would never use that, but I would use the Faith one. The Faith Not Crystal Tier is also good because it means you can, take 10 points out of Faith and put them somewhere else. Even though you don't really need to do that, because as you can see, guys, I mean, 40 Vigor. I mean, you can put them into Vigor if you really need it. Like, I feel like I have plenty of health, and with like, Golden Bow and Black Flame's protection, you're pretty set. Now, another thing we can look at is right here, the spells. Now, Had I created the spell earlier, I mean this build earlier, I would have used Flame of the Red Mains, I think it was called, because like of the stagger potential, but that spell has been nerfed so badly, like there is no point in fucking with it anymore. And then like the only other spell I do not have that's like Flame Protect Me, which is just increases, you know, fire damage negation, which you should pick up for some fights. Um, but that's about it. Everything else, like I don't like this. I prefer you. Oh god. I don't need that. I mean, right here, okay. So this is what I use most of the time. However, you can also go for protection of the Earth Tree. I mean, if we read that, it increases damage negation for all affinities except physical. But with this, it increases the physical damage negation, so you should be fine. You saw the, you know, my rotation there. This is how I personally like it. Of course, it depends on the boss too sometimes. Um, Honestly, like I was gonna use one, two, and then I used my Ash of War, but I would have used this 2 or 3 times and it would have staggered them. If you don't want to use your Ash of War. But I use it because it looks cooler than using this. Uh, and when they drop, if you have enough time, you go for this, of course, and this, because that's usually a really good time to use them. If you don't have enough time, you can just use it to create distance, take pots, maybe reapply some buffs or something. You know, depends on the boss and the specific situation you're in. But honestly, like these are the only buffs I use. Golden Bow. This I can switch it with, of course, Flame grant me strength, but I didn't do that there because I didn't want it to take too much damage, because I wanted to show you the stagger potential of this build as well. I wanted, you know, the mountaintop giant to stagger. And if I use this, I was afraid he was gonna die like before I stagger him or something. And I didn't know how much, you know, fire resistance that guy has. I still don't know. What else is there? That's it. I mean, it's very, very straightforward. It's all the fire spells, especially the flame spells, the giant flame spells, or whatever they're called. Um, you know, power of the fire giants, so spells of the fire giants, I guess. Fire giants, yep. Fire giants, the power of the fire giants, yep. So it's all about the fire giants here. That's all you use. I do not like these spells here. They seem annoying. Hold to maintain the effect. I mean, this is kind of okay, but I don't know. I mean, like when you have this, do you really need this? Like this does, not the Flame of the Fell God. This one right here, Giant Flame Take the. This does a lot of damage. Single target or AoE damage, whatever you want, it does it. Like it's better than this. This can miss. I mean, if you have a target that's moving around fast, this, I guess, a few of those fireballs, you know, have a higher chance of, you know, landing on your target. But other than that, I don't really see good use for this. I'm not saying it's a bad spell. I'm just saying, for my personal playstyle, I just don't. I wouldn't use it. Now, if you feel like you need more spells or you want to switch anything around, feel free to do so. I mean, right here, again, because of Fire's Deadly Sin, you can use this one right here to help negate the you know, the little dot that you have, because you're gonna be burning and losing health for the duration of that spell. If you feel like you want to equip more spells, I would go for this. If you feel like you're charging spells a lot, I would go for this. You have a lot of mana, so you shouldn't need this. The Carrion Filigree Crest should not be needed, not in this build. And of course, you can go for Alexander's Charm if you feel like you're using your Ash of War a lot, which I don't really think you need it. I think the way I have it is perfect. I mean, if I want to go a bit more offensive, I can go for Godfrey's Icon, and I think I would be set. Like, I don't see anything else that I can use other than going, you know, defensively and stuff like that. You know, using any of these, Flame Drake or whatever. These are all situational, so you're not going to be using them all the time. I don't see me using anything else here, unless you really want more health. Sure, go ahead for it. Go ahead and go for it. What does this do? Boost restoration from Flask. Okay. So that's it, guys. That's all you really need. Like, you have everything you need here. I would never go for Alexander's Charm because I do not use my Ash of War a lot. I use it in combination with some stuff, but I don't like spam it all the time, so I would prefer using this because I would be charging spells for sure a lot more than anything else if I want a bit more damage. So guys, the choice is yours. It's really 1, 2, and you know, it's not really that important. 3, yes. Again, this one is, again, depends if you want to just carry more spells. It's useful, but the way I have it right now, I think, is perfect. Because this lowers damage negation, well, this increases it, so you know, that balances, these two balance out each other, and you still get the fire damage boost. And it's perfect like this. So I think we covered everything right now. There's nothing else that I can think of that I would like to add to this build. So guys, that was the Flame Fanatic. Hey, there we go. I don't know how you like that, but I enjoyed them. Not my favorite build, but still a build that I would love to try beating the game with. And that's about it, guys. So we're gonna end it here now. And as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to watch more Elden Ring content, zombie games, gaming in general. We get to vote on the games and all that, so if you're subscribed, you'll make sure that you don't miss out on the polls and you get to vote, because your vote counts. Like, if you check out the rest of the polls, guys, like, the games that, you know, that you guys picked are the ones that I had playthroughs for. So I'm gonna keep doing that. The only difference is I'm gonna be more picky with the games that I put up for you guys. Anyways, everyone, thanks again. Take care. Have a great day and peace.